ఎస్ అమెరికన్ తెలుగు అసోసియేషన్ ఆటా నిర్వహిస్తున్న ఆటా కన్వెన్షన్ 2026 యువతకి స్ఫూర్తినిచ్చేలా, నాయకత్వ లక్షణాలను పెంపొందించేలా, సాంస్కృతిక విలువలను తదుపరి తరాలకు చేరవేసేలా ఎన్నో ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలతో ముందుకు వస్తుంది. మరి ఈ కన్వెన్షన్‌లో యువత కోసం ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలను రూపొందిస్తున్న ఆటా యూత్ ఫోరం గురించి తెలుసుకునేందుకు ఈరోజు మనతో ఉన్నారు యూత్ చైర్ డాక్టర్ అనూష రావు గారు, అలాగే కో-చైర్స్ సుజిత్ కొప్పుల గారు, వరుణ్ చల్ల గారు. హాయ్ సార్. హాయ్ అనూష గారు. హాయ్ సుజిత్ గారు.
Hi.
హాయ్
Hey,
వరుణ్ గారు.
Sailesh.
మరి ముందుగా మీ ముగ్గురికి సాక్షి టీవీ తరపున హృదయపూర్వక స్వాగతం. మీ గురించి అలాగే ఆటా యూత్ ఫోరంలో మీ బాధ్యతల గురించి ఒక్కొక్కరిగా వివరించండి.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for asking about the ATA convention and the ATA weekend. So, we are the youth committee. Like you said, we're the main part of the youth committee. So, we've been organizing activities for the youth for the last couple of months. And we're very excited to have a nice lineup of events for that weekend, the July 31st, August 1st, and August 2nd weekend. But we can delve into the events later. But yeah, we're very excited to be here.
సుజిత్ గారు మీ మాటల్లో వివరించండి. ముందుగా ముగ్గురికి తరపున సాక్షి నుంచి స్వాగతం పలికినాం. చాలా ఆనందంగా ఉంది మీరు ముగ్గురు వచ్చినందుకు. మరి మీ బాధ్యతల గురించి మాకు వివరించగలరా?
Sure. Thanks, Sailesh. Great to meet you. Nice to be with you this evening. So I'm a co-chair of the Atta Youth Committee, and like Anusha and Varun, my responsibility is to plan and facilitate all the exciting youth events and programs that we're going to be putting forth for everybody throughout the weekend. Atta convention is the weekend of July 31st in Baltimore, and we have a whole manner of exciting things planned. So my job is to help Anusha plan everything and make it exciting.
వెరీ నైస్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ అండి. సార్ వరుణ్ గారు మీ మాటల్లో చెప్పండి. ఇప్పుడు యూత్ ఫోరంలో మీ బాధ్యతలు ఎలా ఉండబోతున్నాయి?
So I am also a co-chair, and we try to help Anusha out when organizing this big weekend. There's multiple events. There's a cruise. We're hosting a dinner on Saturday night. We're organizing a panel. There's all these different events that go into this weekend to help the youth and help people meet new people. So yeah, it's a big weekend, and we have a lot to do and plan.
మరి అలాగే వరుణ్ గారు ఆటా కన్వెన్షన్ 2026 లో యూత్ ఫోరం మెయిన్ లక్ష్యం ఏంటి? ప్రధాన లక్ష్యాలు అంటూ ఏమున్నాయి?
We have multiple. One is the cruise. That's the main thing. It's where young people can come, talk to other people, make connections, and just get to know each other better. And then the second part is we have a panel of speakers. Here they can come, listen to other fellow young people, get advice on how they can pursue different parts of career. We have one for politics, we have medical, we have different facets. So it's just a great opportunity for young people to grow.
Okay, very nice. Thank you. Madam Anusha garu, for example, why is youth participation is so important in organizations like ATA?
So I think one of the main challenges I feel like that the youth are facing right now is that they don't have like a way to connect to like the Indian culture. So ultimately, it's important for youth to get involved in organizations like this so that they see that it's important, and then they ultimately take on like more leadership roles in like organizations like this later on in life. Because ultimately, like in a couple of years, the youth that are participating now are gonna be like the presidents and board members of this organization. So it's best for them to get involved now, so that way when it comes to that, they'll know about it and promote it even better.
Okay. Sujit garu, మీ మాటల్లో why is youth participation so important in organizations like the ATA?
I think most importantly is to preserve and grow the culture, right? One of the reasons why this convention exists is to not only bring all Telugu people together and to share experiences and to put forth programs, but to most importantly is to involve the next generation. And that's why I think the youth component of this convention is so important. That's why the president, Jan Chalagaru, is making sure that the youth forum and the youth programs are featured so prominently to make sure that youth will remember these conventions for years to come, and will, like Anusha said, will want to lead their own conventions in the future.
What exciting programs are being planned, especially for youth during the convention?
So we have a ton of exciting programs for this weekend. Like I mentioned about the cruise, we have that, but we also have on Saturday night we're planning like a youth social. It's where only for like the young people can come. They can talk to each other, get to know each other a little bit more. Their main banquet dinner will be there, but we are specifically planning one just for the youth, just so that they can be together and they don't have to worry about attending the main one. We wanted to give them a space to just interact with each other.
Anusha garu, what can first time youth attendees expect from this year's convention?
I think, like Varun said, we have a lot of fun events planned for this weekend. So starting off on that Friday, that youth cruise, I think is going to be the main attraction for this weekend for the youth. They can come, and it's on the cruise, like for the Baltimore Harbor, in the Baltimore Harbor. So it's for 4 hours that night. There's celebrities that are coming. I know everyone knows Varun Sandesh from Happy Days. Syed Soel, there's Pooja Hegde, Ritu Varma, all these celebrities that you see on TV are going to be on the cruise, and it'll give you an opportunity to interact with them on that kind of platform, and then just connect with other Telugu youth of America on the cruise. So that's one of the main things. And then on Saturday, we have that panel during the day, and that's really going to be the big like mentorship type program for the youth. It gives the youth, the young people like opportunities to make mentorship connections, networking connections with people in different professions. And then that night, like Ron said, is like a social for the younger, like less than 21-year-olds. So it'll be a nice place to chill for that night.
Fantastic. మరి Sujit garu, will there be a leadership development sessions or mentoring opportunities in it?
Definitely. I think, as Anusha mentioned, the professional development and career development panelists, I think, are mentors themselves. And anybody who's participating in the youth activities can, talk to them and keep connected with them, and go to them for advice, right? And they'll be available all weekend, just like all of the other business leaders and participants in ATA will be. And everybody's, I think, very excited to be sharing their, experiences and sharing their advice. So, very, very much a place for leadership development.
Coming to you, Varun garu, are there any networking events where students and young professionals can connect with industry leaders?
Yeah, definitely. Like I think Anusha and Sajid mentioned, there is going to be a speaker panel. So after the speaker panel, there will be a networking opportunity for the young people where they can go interact with all these people, get contact information, and just be able to ask them any questions they may have about these people in their field and what advice they want to get to pursue in their career.
Now, Anusha garu, how is the youth forum encouraging volunteerism among young Telugu Americans?
I think any adult member that's part of ATA has been encouraging their kids to be involved. But ultimately, we've been trying to get as many youth involved in the planning aspect of our committee, so that way they're more so involved in it even after this weekend is over. So the spread of the word, like we've just been trying to network and trying to get as many people involved right now in the planning phase of it.
Sujit garu, what initiatives are being planned to help preserve Telugu language, culture, and traditions among the younger generations?
Sure. So, speaking for the youth, for the youth component of the convention, as I mentioned, the cruise on Friday night is meant to, number one, it's not only a place to have fun, but to meet many other Telugu people, right? And Telugu people their own age, and hearing everybody's backgrounds and where they're from and their stories, I think will, hopefully allow all of these adults and young adults from all over the country to be sharing their experiences and knowing they're not alone. Oftentimes, coming, growing up, as a child of immigrants in a new country, you can feel a little alone. And I think our goal of this weekend, of the ATA convention in particular, is to, really promote the sense that you're not alone and you can lean on, these new connections from people of your background and heritage for lifelong friendships and support.
Very nice. Varun garu, will there be any competition, workshops, or any interactive activities for youth in it?
There'll be a ton of stuff to do. There, one of the competitions that is happening that weekend is there's a business startup competition happening that weekend where we're encouraging all the young people to go attend, even if they're not presenting, just to hear all these different ideas that different entrepreneurs will have. And it's just a great way to also do some more networking and just get an idea of what they want to do in the future.
Okay. And at the same time, Varun garu, what role does technology and innovation play in this year's youth forum activities?
Technology, I would again tie it back to the startup competition. All these different startups, they are heavily interested in like AI and all these different aspects. So it's like if any young people are interested to just like go and get a sense of all these different new ideas that are happening in this world, it's just a great way to see what's coming out.
What role does technology and innovation play in this year's year? Same question as it is like, is there anything about you wanted to tell about activities, forum activities?
So many of the participants in ATA come from technology backgrounds, right? There's so many technology entrepreneurs, people with business backgrounds, and people who come from such innovative backgrounds and work in those fields. And as we mentioned, there's going to be a business forum and a startup competition, and people from these backgrounds and are going to not only be participating as panelists, but as judges and as mentors. So, you asked me about professional development and connections earlier. It's, I can't think of a better place for people interested in technology and innovation to be mingling with people of their own heritage and background to, form new connections and form lifelong friendships too. So, I know, the website, and we're going to be having an app for people to be using during their time in Baltimore participating in the convention. So it'll be a central part of the weekend.
Very nice. And alage, Anusha garu, how can high school and college students get benefited from attending ATA Convention 2026, according to you?
Thing about the Atta convention is to basically bring around like the Telugu culture. So like Sujit was saying, a lot of the American youth are children of like immigrants. So they are born and brought up here. So they have very little exposure to like the Telugu roots, unless they're going back to India every year or they're engaging in like Telugu cultural events on a regular basis. So like they have very limited exposure. So the main thing about this convention is that in these 3 days, you're exposed to all of it. And with that, you also have like other networking opportunities to build your profession. So a lot of different like areas of growth for this coming weekend. So basically just getting involved is like the big thing, and that's why parents should be encouraging their kids to get involved now. That way they stay involved for the next couple years.
So, Varun garu, are there any career guidance or entrepreneurship sessions planned for youth professionals, young
Uh,
professionals at the same time?
yeah, I mean, I hate to say it again, but the biggest entrepreneurial session is there's an entrepreneurial committee that's hosting the startup competition. So this is the place where like people come, they showcase their new business ideas, and it's basically like Shark Tank. So when you can pitch your ideas, and then if the idea is good enough and has good support from the judges, people will invest in your company and you can bring that idea to life. So yeah, that's the biggest entrepreneurial event that will be happening over that weekend.
And then, what challenges do today's Telugu youth face, and how can organizations like ATA support them? Anusha garu.
Kind of like what we were discussing earlier. So I think kids nowadays, like especially if they're born and brought up here, have very little exposure to Indian culture. So the American Telugu Association brings all of that whenever they host like these events. such as this weekend. Basically, more and more exposure to Telugu culture over the weekend with different events. And I just want to highlight our events as well. Like we have the youth cruise, which is like a great, easy, fun way to network with other people. We have the social, another fun, like chill way to like network with other people. And then we have the panel as well for more mentorship opportunities. So yeah, we're doing our best that way.
Okay. Varun garu, can you share any special highlights or any surprise events that attendees should look forward to?
Yeah, the cruise. That's the main thing that we want to do. We got celebrities coming on board. So like we'll have DJ, we'll have food, we'll have drinks. Like it's no better way to spend your Friday night from 6 to 10 than on a cruise, just interacting with your friends, meeting new people. It'll be a blast.
And then how can interested young people can register, volunteer, or become actively involved in ATA after the convention?
So I think the main thing is to register for our events first. So like getting registered through the main ATA conference website. You can also register through our Instagram, so at ATA Youth 2026, to register for our youth events for that weekend. Obviously, if you want to volunteer, there's always a lot of opportunities, a lot of different committees in the American Telugu Association. So you can volunteer through the website as well.
Is there anything message would you like to give to parents about encouraging their children to participate in ATA youth activities?
I think the main message is to get them involved now. No better way to have them exposed to Indian culture at this age. So, and also have them have a chance to make lifelong friends over like the span of a couple days. So, why not? So, have them register now, get them involved early, so that way they want to be a part of it later on as well.
Varun garu, what is the interesting and successful program till now in the ATA convention?
I guess the most interesting would have to be the speakers that we're organizing. That is the most interesting because it's going to be a wide variety of speakers. It's going to be a different selection for the young people to just get a better understanding and meet these people.
Okay, Sujit garu, how about you? Which was the interesting program according to you?
Sure. So already so far around the country, there have been so many ATA kickoffs been taking place in anticipation of the convention. It happened in New Jersey. It happened in Atlanta. So all across the country, there have been kickoffs with hundreds of people who attended these events and are just very excited for the convention. And so for any of the youth that I think attended these kickoffs, we're encouraging them to sign up and to reach out to us on social media to see how they can get involved and how they want to participate. If they want to plan, if they want to register their friends, we're here to help them.
అనుష గారు, యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ టిల్ నౌ యూత్ ఫోరం ని ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్ళడానికి ఏదైనా ఇబ్బందులు కానీ ఏమైనా చవి చూసారా ఇప్పటి వరకు?
Thankfully, no big problems because we have a great team. I feel like we all work together pretty well, and we've made friends even while we've been planning for all these events. The main goal for our weekend is to build the registration numbers, trying to get everyone involved and getting everyone registered to all of these youth events. So that's really our main goal for right now, and that's what we've been working towards. And so that's why we're here to promote it as much as possible.
Very fine, ma'am. And then finally, why should every Telugu family make it a priority to attend ATA Convention 2026? According to you both, I mean, you three of.
From my
What?
end, I feel like it's a great way to like just reiterating building the culture, networking, leadership. Like it has everything in the span of 3 days. So really like it's a great opportunity to get involved in network. So why wouldn't you want to be involved in that with it being also about like Telugu culture and making lifelong friends. So yeah.
I think the ATA convention just has all the main qualities that anybody would want in a weekend, in a summer weekend, right? It has
Mm.
food, family, friends, new connections, and if you're a Telugu family in this country and looking for a place to really gather and celebrate and meet new people, I can't think of a better place than to be in Baltimore during the weekend of July 31st. So looking forward to seeing you all there.
So like this convention will have everything for like the children. We'll be taking care of all the youth events, so there'll definitely be plenty for them to do here. And then if you're parents, we have a wide variety of selection. We have a fashion show. We have like some cultural dances on the stage. We'll have live music. Some big bands will be there. So like, well, as I mentioned, the business committee. So if you're business oriented, so we got everything. So families should definitely come out.
థ్యాంక్ యూ
Thanks.
సో మచ్. అమెరికన్ తెలుగు అసోసియేషన్ నిర్వహిస్తున్న ఆటా కన్వెన్షన్ 2026 యువతకి స్ఫూర్తినిచ్చేలా, నాయకత్వ లక్షణాలను పెంపొందించేలా, సాంస్కృతిక విలువలను తదుపరి తరాలకు చేరువేసేలా ఎన్నో ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలతో ముందుకు వస్తుంది. ఈ కన్వెన్షన్‌లో యువత కోసం ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు రూపొందిస్తున్నారు. ఆటా యూత్ ఫోరం గురించి తెలుసుకునేందుకు ఈరోజు మనతో ఉన్నారు, వచ్చారు అండ్ వారి అభిప్రాయాలు మనతో షేర్ చేసుకున్నారు. సో వారందరికీ థ్యాంక్ యూ చెప్పుకుంటూ తదుపరి కార్యక్రమంలో మళ్ళీ కలుసుకుందాం. ఉంటాం. నమస్తే.